want to invite my colleagues from the Education Committee to come up with me, because this is something that we really talk about when we're talking about exemplary performance of our Montgomery County public school system. And it's all about empowering leaders. It's all about empowering leaders to be the best that they can for our students and how important our students are. And I know that as our school board is deliberating right now about our impending budget, it's so important. And one of the things that I've always harped on, and I know my colleagues have as well, is empowering our leaders in our schools to really lead their children in being able to make a difference and understanding how important their role is in the future of our society as a whole. And so it's a great honor to be able to highlight one of those great leaders of our school community, and that's Principal Bill Collins. So Principal Collins, can you please come on up? Now, Principal Collins, just so you know, and I think that he's brought some people with him, Rob Wainwright and Lori Murtaugh, who's the PTA president, and so welcome to you as well for acknowledging the great work that Principal Collins has done. But Principal Collins leads by example. He challenged all of his students to do things to make sure that they would contribute to their community, to increase their own student performance, and then said, if you do these things, I'm going to do certain things and hold myself to a higher standard as well. Now, by higher standard, I mean living a little bit higher than where he normally lives, because he ended up sleeping on the roof of his school as one of his ending trade-offs with his students. They ended up duct taping our reading specialist who's with us here today. You know, they had a pajama day. You know, this is about, and we've always talked about this, about making things fun, allowing our principals to figure out the best ways to reach their kids and motivate them. And Principal Collins did just that. And so there are a number of things that they've done, from having top readers and fundraisers and rewarding kids with trips to Burger King and other, I mean, look, and MCPD, thank you very much for providing a great escort for them as well. These are things that, again, when we talk about how to reach our kids and do things differently, Principal Collins gets it. He understands what it really means, and it truly means to engage your school community. And so I just want to read, and I'll share with my colleagues, the reading of this proclamation, honoring him for his great approach to making sure that you can incentivize your kids. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, sure. Please,
okay.
Please.
Since
Councilmember Navarro.
I don't have my reading glasses with me, but I just want to very briefly congratulate you and your school. Oftentimes, the best practices that we read about across the country are these types of best practices. They don't necessarily have a big dollar figure attached to them. What they have is a real commitment and understanding and willingness to walk the walk, and I think that is the best example for our students, and that's how we see these extraordinary results. So congratulations. I hope that we can, you know, as I always say, scale it up, because there's so many other schools that could definitely follow your lead and your example. So congratulations.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Navarro. Those are great words. And so I'll start off. The Montgomery County, Maryland Proclamation reads, whereas newly appointed Damascus Elementary School Principal Bill Collins, in collaboration with staff and parents, organized the school's very first readathon in February 2015 to motivate his 315 students to do more, reading for pleasure and thereby developing strong reading habits. And whereas fun benchmarks were set to encourage the students to read as much as possible, including pajama day at school, having reading specialist Mr. Wainwright read a story while duct taped to a wall, that must have been fun, and having the principal become student for a day, which included taking the bus home, and
whereas an ambitious goal of having the student body read for 100,000 minutes in 14 days was exceeded by more than 28,000 minutes, prompting the last benchmark to be met, providing an outdoor movie night while Mr. Collins camped out overnight on the roof of the school. And whereas the staff, parents, and students of Damascus Elementary School community came together to make the 2015 readathon a success that raised more than $8,000 for the school while helping students discover a love of reading. And the enthusiasm will carry over as readathon will now be an annual school event.
So now therefore be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland is proud to honor the Damascus Elementary School Readathon, the Principal Bill Collins, and his staff for their creative and fun approach to inspiring the love of reading to a future generation, presented the 16th day of June in the year 2015, signed by our County Council President, George Leventhal. Congratulations, Principal Collins.
This was a difficult act to follow, coming up second here. But truly, we talk about inspiring leaders, and it's really about inspiring and empowering everyone around you. Because this wouldn't have been possible without Ms. Murtaugh, PTA president, and my reading specialist, Mr. Wainwright. Really, it just started by me. We talked about an idea, and I said yes. And you know, really, that's the first step, is having that willingness to take that first step to say yes. Let's give it a try, and let's see what we can do, and what can we make of this. And clearly, after this year, we have to up our game next year, and we're going to have to figure out something to outdo this past year. But I thank the council for the recognition. Certainly, I haven't been doing this a very long time. I was just appointed in March of this year. But hope to be at Damascus for a very long time. But I very much appreciate Councilmember Rice and the County Council for recognizing me here today. So thank you so very much.